ठीक आ रही ना हो उस आवाज बस ही पर राजी सही दे आवाज क्लियर दे मुझे म्यूट को मैं टोल
जी सर
दस मैं
यस सर क्लियर दे सर
कंफर्म हो के हां कि आवाज सही दर्जी कि ना दर्जी रेशो okay last week I uploaded a lecture that was this one. There was a lecture I prepared for you, recorded for you people. So this was the lecture I prepared for you and also recorded in the website on the Google Drive. So in this lecture, I told you I will give a briefly overview of my previous lecture. So in the first step, we discussed what is accounting. So accounting actually, it is the process of identifying the financial information with the help of a documentary evidence. Then recording the financial information in the books of accounts using this documentary evidence. The first book in which we are going to record the transaction, that is called journal. And second, from this journal, transactions will be posted into the ledger. In the third step, we will do the classifying with the help of a ledger accounts. And from the ledger accounts, then the balances will be extracted and transferred to the trial balance. And with the help of a trial balance, we will summarize the financial transaction. From this summary, then we will prepare the financial statement to communicate the relevant information to the users of financial statement. So we have four types of financial statements here. The one is income statement. It is prepared to know the financial performance or profitability of an organization for a specific period. Similarly, statement of financial position. It is prepared to know the details about assets, liabilities, and owner's equity of an organization at a specific date. And the third one is a statement of cash flows, gives information about cash inflows and outflows of different activities of an organization for a specific period. Okay. So, similarly, another one is okay. So, statement of cash flows, it gives information about the cash inflows and outflows of different activities of an organization for the specific period, like operating activities, buying and selling of goods is called operating activities. Buying and selling of non-current assets is like building, plant and machinery, furniture, pictures. So investment in other companies is called our investing activities. Taking a long-term loans, returning a long-term loans, and investing by the owners from their personal resources. So that is called financing activities. And the fourth one and the last statement is which is used to communicate the financial information to the users of financial statement. That is statement of changes in equity. So it gives information about the changes in the owner's equity, owner's investment, owner's capital due to the profit or losses due to the investments, due to the drawings for a specific period. I told you we have two major types of accountings there. The one is financial accounting, another one is management accounting. Then financial accounting is giving the overall financial information about an organization and recording only the financial nature information. And management accounting is giving the detailed financial and non-financial information about an organization for each department and division for separately. Then there is another one, tax accounting. So whenever the accounts are prepared for the purpose of making the payment of the taxes from the tax requirement point of view, so then it is called tax accounting. And cost accounting is also the part of this management accounting, and it is recording the cost of products and services. Actually, this cost accounting is providing the cost accounting information to the management accountant. Then the management accountant are using this cost accounting information for the purpose of planning, controlling, and decision making. Planning, controlling, and decision making. So these are the different types of accounting. The next is what is cost? Difference between cost and expense. So cost actually it is the amount incurred or paid to purchase an item from which still we have to take the benefit, that is called cost. And expired portion of cost is called a benefit. Any amount incurred or paid from which we have taken the benefit for a specific period. So that is called our what? Expense. That is called our what? Expense. आवाज सही नहीं आ रही आप लोगों को? That is called what? Expense. मतलब आप अपना जरा वॉल्यूम जरा ज्यादा करो. आवाज मुझे तो लग रहा है सही है. नेट का मसला आज नहीं है, इस वक्त कम होता है ना, दिन को ज्यादा होता है. So it is cost क्या होती है? It is amount incurred or paid to purchase an item from which still we have to take the benefit. From which we have to take the benefit. And on the other side, expenses. Expenses mean it is that part of a cost from which we have taken the benefit there. So that is called expenses. That is called what? Expenses. For example, मैंने आपको एक मिसाल दी थी. For example, we paid a rent of 12,000 from January 2020 to December 2020. So out of this, this 12,000 is paid for 12 months. So at the end of the first month, whenever 1 month is completed, the 31st January, out of this 12,000, 1,000 will become our expenses because we have used the building for 1 month. So the benefit of this 1,000 has been expired, has been used. So this 1,000 will be called our expenses, and 11,000 will be our cost, and that will be taken as an asset in the statement of financial position for a future purpose. So this is the concept of cost and expense. Then there is classification of a cost. So we have a different classification of a cost. The one is a functional classification. So it means cost is classified on two basis functions. The one is manufacturing and production cost. Manufacturing or production cost means these are the costs which are incurred to produce an item. So those costs which are incurred to produce an item, that is called manufacturing or production cost. Actually, there are three major elements of a production cost. One is called direct material cost. Direct material cost, it is the cost of the materials which can be directly identified, or an amount of which can be exactly measured in the cost of an item. So that is called what? Direct material cost. For example, wood or steel in making a table or in making a chair, that is called what? Direct materials. And the second one is direct labor. So the cost of which can be directly identified in the cost of an item. That is, for example, the salaries or wages of those workers who are directly involved in the production of an item. So the labor or wages of those persons is called or what? Direct labor. For example, carpenter's wages in making a chair or table is called what? Direct labor. And the third one element is that is called factory overhead. All other costs than direct materials and direct labor which are incurred to produce an item are called factory overhead. And factory overhead, like indirect materials, for example, which cannot be directly identified in the cost of an item, like a paint, nails, and similarly indirect labor like a production manager's salaries, supervisors, inspectors' salaries, inspection team salaries, heat, light, and power, depreciation of non-current assets, repair and maintenance, electricity bills. So these are called or what? Factory overhead. Normally, whenever there is a manufacturing organization, so normally manufacturing organization have the two places there. One is called factory area, and this factory area is normally established outside of the city. It's normally established outside of the city. So the all costs incurred within the factory. So these are classified into these three categories. One is direct material, direct labor, and factory overhead. Direct material, direct labor, and factory overhead. Some of these three is called what? Production cost. Some of these three is called what? Production cost. And there is another place that is called head office, and normally the head office is in the heart of the city. So selling and distribution expenses, selling and distribution like advertising, promotion, and administrative to manage the overall company of the, so that is called head office expenses or general office expenses. Head office or general office expenses. And these overall, we also call them commercial expenses. So this the general office expenses or head office expenses are also called what? Commercial expenses. इनको हम commercial expenses भी कहते होते हैं. जितने भी हमारे पास है head office expenses हैं, so उसको हम general expenses भी कहते होते हैं. Depreciation actually हमारे पास क्या होती है? ये जैसे जैसे हम जितने भी whatever the non current assets, जितने भी हमारे पास non current assets हैं, जैसे मोटर व्हीकल्स है, तो देखिए जैसे जैसे मोटर व्हीकल्स को हम यूज करते जाते हैं, कार्स को हम यूज करते जाते हैं, तो उनके ऊपर जो है ना, उनकी जो वैल्यू है वो कम आती जाती है, उनके ऊपर रिपेयर मेंटेनेंस की जरूरत होती है, उनकी वैल्यू में कमी आती है. तो डिक्रीज इन द वैल्यू ऑफ एन एसेट ड्यू टू द यूजेज, तो दैट इज कॉल्ड एप्रिसिएशन. इसमें हम इस तरह करते हैं कि जितने पे द कॉस्ट एट विच वी परचेज द एसेट, so the purchase cost of asset will be charged into the income statement and expense over the life of an asset, that is called depreciation. तो depreciation को क्या होता है कि जितने भी हमने इस एसेट को खरीदा होता है, तो जब एसेट बिजनेस में हम यूज करते जाते हैं, तो हर साल थोड़ी थोड़ी अमाउंट जो है, so little amount is charged into the expense as an expense into the profit and loss account. So that is called or what? Depreciation. So depreciation actually decrease in the value of an asset due to wear and tear, due to continuous usage, due to repair and maintenance. So that is called or what? Depreciation. इसी तरह हमारे पास है we have commercial expenses. क्लियर हो गया आपको? If there is an increase in the value of an asset, so then we will make a revaluation. We use a concept revaluation of non-current assets. And the revaluation is normally done in case of a land, in case of a land or buildings. So normally in case of a other assets, we do the depreciation. There is always decrease in the value of asset. Okay. If we have a reasonable evidences and proof, and there is an increase in the valuation in the value of an asset, so then we will record the revaluation in the books of accounts. Otherwise, normally we record the decrease in the value of an asset in the income statement, in the profit and loss account as an expense over the life of an asset. Life of an asset mean, for example, मैं आपसे कहता हूँ कि अगर हमारा एक कार है, हमने 12 लाख की खरीदी है, and if the life of this car is, for example, 20 years, so then this 12 lakhs will be divided over 20 years, and every years, for example, 12 lakh divided by 20, so whatever amount is coming, so this amount will be charged every year as an expense in the income statement. This amount that will be charged into the income statement as an expense, this is called or what? Depreciation. This is called or what? Depreciation. Clear? Now next is that is commercial expenses. Commercial expenses. So commercial expenses, the one is selling and distribution expenses. So these expenses are incurred to sell and distribute the items to the customers, like advertising expenses, promotion expenses, delivery expenses, transportation expenses, any other taxes and duties. So that will be part of this what? Selling and distribution expenses. And there is second one part of commercial expenses is called administrative expenses. So these expenses are incurred to manage the overall business activities, to manage the overall business activities of an organization. For example, there will be a administration department, accounts department, HR department, admin department, and overall top management expenses. So all these expenses are called what? Administrative expenses. This might be including a salaries, stationery, might be including a fuel, transportation expenses used by the management in the running of a business. So these are called or what? Administrative expenses. These are called or what? Administrative expenses. So these are the functional classification. There is another one classification that I told you in this lecture, that is cost with respect to product, with respect to period or product, with respect to period or product. The one is product cost. So these costs are actually incurred only which are related to the production of an item. Product costs are directly related to the production of an item. If we are going to make an item, so then we will incur these costs. If we are not going to make an item, so we will not incur these costs. For example, if we want to make a chair, for example, if we want to make a 10 chairs, so we'll purchase a material for 10 chairs. If we want to make 100 chairs, so we'll purchase a material, direct, for example, labor or materials. So for wood, for example, whatever we want to make for a chairs, so we'll purchase for 100 chairs, for 1,000 chairs like this. So the cost incurred with respect to the product. So these are called what? Product cost, like a direct material and direct labor. अगर हमने कोई चीज बनानी है तो हम इस कॉस्ट को इनकर करेंगे. If we are not going to make any item, so then we will not incur this cost. Then we will not incur this cost. So these costs are called what? Product cost. There is another one cost that is called period cost. That is called what? Period cost. Period cost means so these costs are incurred with respect to the periods, with respect to the periods over the period of time. Whenever time will be expired, whenever time will be passed, on the basis of it time, the costs are being incurred. For example, monthly salaries. Whenever salaries are paid on monthly basis, weekly basis, and similarly electricity bills, telephone bills, so these are paid after each specific period. After each specific period, so these are called our period cost. These are called our period cost. Now after this period cost, we have a next topic is we are going to start this. Okay, cost with respect to the period. And similarly, there is another one, direct cost and indirect cost. This is also I told you in the previous lectures. Direct cost and indirect cost. Slide show, let me from the current slide. There are two types of materials. The one is direct materials, another one is indirect materials. Direct materials, already I told you, all that materials which can be directly identified with the cost of a product. So that is called our direct material. For example, timber in a chair, or table, cloth in a shirt, basic or essential packing materials like cartons, boxes, papers. So these are the examples of this what? Direct material. Direct materials हमारे पास वो चीज होती है जो कि हमें जिसका हमें ये आइडिया होता है जिसकी कॉस्ट को हम डायरेक्टली आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं, किसी कॉस्ट को एग्जैक्टली हम कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं इन द कॉस्ट ऑफ एन आइटम. सो दैट विल बी कॉल्ड आवर डायरेक्ट मटेरियल. And second one is indirect material. So material costs which cannot be allocated or identified but which are to be absorbed by the units produced. So that is called what? Indirect material. Indirect materials are those material cost of which cannot be exactly identified with the cost of an item, but the cost of which can be averagely distributed among the products. Averagely distributed among the products. So that is called our what? Indirect materials. That is called our what? Indirect materials. For example, fuel, lubricants, tools for general use, glue, thread in shirts, nails in shoes. So these are the examples of this what? Indirect materials. These are the examples. Look here, thread used in making a shirt. So we cannot say how much. One pile of a thread can be used for 2, 3, 4 like that. Shirt can be used. So exactly we cannot say so how much cost of thread is used making in the one shirt. So that is called what? Indirect materials. Similarly, we also have a labor. There are two types of labors there. The one is direct labor, all that labors which can be directly identified with the cost of a product. So that labor is called a what? Direct labor. For example, the workers who are directly working on the machines, who are directly involved in making the items, for example, especially the daily wage workers, especially the daily wage workers. So these are the daily wage workers. So these are called our indirect labor. These are called our direct labor. So whose cost can be directly identified. Actually, the direct workers, the direct labor, if there is a work, we will appoint them. If there is no work, then there will be no workers like that. Indirect labor, so the cost of which cannot be directly identified, are exactly calculated in the production of an item. So that is called what? Indirect labor. For example, idle time. Idle time, for example, sometimes workers are in the factory area, but they are not doing any work. They are not doing any work. There might be some problem in the machine. There might be a shortage of a material. There might be any other reasons. So if they are not working on a machine, if they're not working on the items, so that time is called what? Idle time. And this idle time will not be a direct labor. It will be a indirect labor. And similarly, repair and maintenance, wages, leave pay, any other contribution pay by the production, by the producers, by the manufacturing companies, any compensations given by the companies. So that will be the part of this what? Indirect labors. So these are the two types of labors, direct labor and indirect labor. And actually, I told you we have three elements of a production cost. One is called direct material, another one is called direct labor, and the third one is factory overhead. So factory overhead, actually, it is the combination of indirect material, indirect labor, and all other costs incurred within the factory area to produce the items. Factory overhead actually consisting of all other costs then direct material and direct labor, all other costs then direct material and direct labor, so which are incurred within the factory area to produce an item. So that is called our factory overhead. फैक्ट्री के एरिया में जितने भी हम खर्चे कर रहे हैं, जितने भी हम एक्सपेंस कर रहे हैं, एक्सेप्ट डायरेक्ट मटेरियल एंड डायरेक्ट लेबर, all other expenses except direct material and direct labor are called what? Factory overhead. Are called factory overhead. And these are the major elements of factory overhead. It will be consisting of, for example, indirect materials are what? Factory supplies, lubricant and fuels. Indirect labor consisting of supervision, supervisor salaries, superintendent salaries, inspection team salaries, salaries of factory clerks, accounts clerks in the factory area. And similarly, other indirect costs of the factory overhead are rent, insurance, depreciation of plant and machinery, repair and maintenance of factory machinery, factory building, power of factory, heat and light of factory machine, factory, and miscellaneous factory overhead. The sum of all these is called or what? Factory overhead. Sum of all these is called or what? Factory overhead. So this is the concept of this what? Indirect cost and indirect materials. Similarly, there is another way we can also classify the cost. One is called prime cost, another one is called conversion cost. So sum of direct material and direct labor is called prime cost. We also call it primary cost. Prime cost or primary cost. Miscellaneous mean others. Miscellaneous mean others. Miscellaneous mean others cost. वगैरह वगैरह. ये हम कहते हैं ना वगैरह वगैरह. So miscellaneous mean others. ये जो वगैरह वगैरह होते हैं. So that is called miscellaneous cost. That is called miscellaneous. वगैरह वगैरह जो cost होती है अदर्स कास्ट, जिसमें छोटी मोटी कोई भी खर्चे आ सकते हैं, जिसमें कोई चाय पानी का खर्चा आ सकता है, इस तरह का, दैट इज कॉल्ड मिसलेनियस कॉस्ट. ओके, इस तरह प्राइम कॉस्ट है एंड कन्वर्जन कॉस्ट है. प्राइम मीन प्राइमरी कॉस्ट. प्राइम मीन प्राइमरी कॉस्ट. प्राइमरी कॉस्ट एक्चुअली इट इज द सम ऑफ डायरेक्ट मटेरियल एंड डायरेक्ट लेबर. जब डायरेक्ट मटेरियल और डायरेक्ट लेबर को आप ऐड करें, सो दैट इज कॉल्ड प्राइम कॉस्ट. दैट इज कॉल्ड व्हाट? Prime cost is actually So when we say the prime cost, so prime cost is equal to direct materials and direct labor. Direct materials and direct labor. And there is another one. Actually, we can also call it the primary cost. Primary cost incurred to produce an item. And there is another one that is called conversion cost. That is called what? Conversion cost. Conversion cost is equal to direct labor plus factory overhead. Sum of these two is called what? Conversion cost. Conversion cost actually it means these costs are incurred to convert direct materials into finished goods. ये जो conversion नाम से आपको आइडिया होगा ना, so these are used to convert the raw materials or direct materials into the finished goods. So this is called our conversion cost. This is called our conversion cost. ठीक है, clear? So this is the concept of this conversion cost. आज मेरी आवाज आपको सही आ रही है ना इस टाइम? अच्छा, ओके. And there is another way we can classify conversion cost. So conversion cost actually, so this term is generally applied to the sum of direct labor and factory overhead cost. So these are called our what? Conversion cost. There is another way we can make a classification of a cost. So that is called what? That is called cost in their tendency vary with the volume of activity. Cost with respect to the level of activity. Cost with respect to the level of activity. Cost with respect to the level of activity. There is another one classification. Cost with respect to the level of activity. Level of activity. So these are the costs. So in this we have two types of cost. One is called fixed cost. Fixed cost. These are the costs which are not changing with the level of activity. These are remained fixed whatever we are going to produce within specific range. For example, rent of university. Rent of a university. For example, rent of a university. For example, for $20,000. If there is 0 students, we have to pay how much? 20,000. Even if there is 1,000 students, so we have to pay same 20,000 rent there. Okay, this is called fixed cost. This is called what? Fixed cost. It will remain fixed whatever we are going to produce, and it graphs look like this way. For example, if I say we have a scale like this way. For example, on this side units, and this side we have a cost here. If we have a, for example, 20,000, values in the thousands there. So whether we produce 0, whether we produce 10, 20, for example, 30, 40, whatever we are going to produce, it will remain same. This is the concept of what? Fixed cost. This is the concept of fixed cost. And second one is, that is called variable cost. Variable cost. Variable cost means, so these are directly changing with the level of activity. With the level of activity, it will be directly changing with the level of activity. Real time example of fixed cost. So if the rent, so after, look here, if the rent is increasing, the rent is not increasing due to the level of activity. Rent is increased after a specific period, after 5 years, after 1 year. So that is called stepped fixed cost. For example, after 1 year, your rent is 30,000. So then we call it stepped fixed, like this. Fixed cost means the rent, whatever fixed cost paid. For example, if you are going to take a fixed salary, 20,000 per month, so it's not changing over the period of time. Might be an increment after 1 year, but within a whole year, whether you are working at 0 time, whether you are working for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, your salary will not be increased. So that is called fixed cost, which is fixed irrespective of level of activity. Irrespective of level of activity. And similarly, variable cost. So these are directly changing with the level of activity. With the level of activity. If we are producing 0 units, then cost will be 0. For example, let me tell you, for example, salary of visiting lecturers. Salary of visiting lecturers. For example, one lecturer is paid $100 per hour. $100 per hour. If this person take a lecture for 0 hours, so what will be the salary? 0. If take a lecture for 2 hours, so what will be the salary? 100 into 2, $200. If 3 hours, $300. 4 hours, $400, like this. Okay. So this is the concept of this what? Variable cost. This is the concept of variable cost, and its graph will be like this way. If you take hours here, 0, and this side cost, So it will be starting like this way. This is the concept of variable cost. अब इसका टाइम खत्म हो रहा है, so we are going to restart the meeting. Okay, time is going to end. To restart all of